was a group match of the 1987 World Cup between New Zealand and hosts India. The Black Caps had a good base score of 181 for 5 in 41 overs before the tumble began. Bowling his sixth over, Delhi medium pacer Chetan Sharma delivered 3 successive dot balls to Kane Rutherford, batting on 26. The fourth ball was a sharp-in dipper which went through the batsman's defences. Ian Smith, facing his first ball, suffered the same fate. Ewan Chatfield faced another zinger from Sharma that castled him. This was India's first international hat-trick. India went on to win the game by 9 wickets. The Asia Cup of 1991 featured 3 teams: India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. India and Sri Lanka reached final with both beating Bangladesh and the island nation gunning down the Asian giant. In the final at Kolkata, Sri Lanka were already stumbling at 175 for 4. Kapil Dev removed Roshan Mahanama on the final ball of his over and returned to take successive wickets off the next 2 deliveries. Sri Lanka finished with 204 for 9. India chased the target down in 42.1 overs. The same test in which VVS Laxman played his legendary knock of 281, 21-year-old Harbhajan Singh became the first Indian bowler to claim a test hat-trick. The off-spinner achieved this feat on the opening day of the game. Australia were steering safely towards a healthy score at the end of the day when the unthinkable happened. Ricky Ponting was the first to fall. Adam Gilchrist had to go back after a dubious LBW decision. Shane Warne was caught brilliantly at short leg by Sadagapan Ramesh to complete the hat-trick. Harbhajan finished the enthralling game with the match figures of 13 wickets for 196 runs. Irfan Pathan made history during India's tour to Pakistan in 2006 during the 3rd Test match in Karachi. India had won the toss and put Pakistan in to bat first, and Pathan was handed the ball for the first over. The first 3 balls went without much action, but on the 4th ball, Pathan had butt caught by Dravid in slips. Then Yunus Khan misread an inswinger and was caught in front of his stumps. Muhammad Yusuf missed a similar delivery and had his stumps clattered by Pathan, who became the first ever bowler to take a hat-trick in the first over of a test match and remains the only one to achieve this feat to this date. Yadav, first Indian to take 2 international hat-trick, only 6th bowler to pick up more than 1 ODI hat-trick. Kuldeep removed Hope, Holder and Joseph off successive balls against West Indies. He picked up his first ODI hat-trick in 2017 against Australia. Kolkata enjoyed its second ODI hat-trick on the 21st of September 2017. India batted first and posted 252 in the second of the 5-match ODI series. Australia began poorly and lost their way in the chase as the Indian bowlers tightened their grip. Hopes of winning were still alive for the Aussies when Kuldeep Yadav came on to bowl the 33rd over. The left-arm wrist spinner sent back Matthew Wade on the second ball. Ashton Agar played all around a loopy leg break out LBW. Kuldeep bowled the googly as his hat-trick ball, which settled in MS Dhoni's gloves after kissing Pat Cummins outside edge. India won the game by 50 runs. Afghanistan, who had been struggling in the World Cup thus far, stopped India, who had beaten every team faced so far, for 224 for 8. As the chase neared its end, Mohammad Shami had 16 runs to defend in his final over. On the third ball, Mohammad Nabi skied a drive which ended in the hands of Hardik Pandya. Shami followed this up with a deadly accurate Yorker that went through Aftab Alam. The bowler persisted with the Yorker to the number 11, Mujibur-Rahman as well. The move worked as Shami got his hat-trick and India won by 11 runs. India piled up 416 runs in their first innings of the second test. West Indies in reply started safely until Jasprit Bumrah decided to change his bowling end. In the second over of that spell, Bumrah first accounted for Darren Bravo, who failed to cope up with movement at high speed. Shamar Brooks was trapped in front of the stumps on his first ball. Roston Chase faced another in-swinging ball which thudded into his pads. The bowler was not overly confident, but a review from Virat Kohli helped Bumrah celebrate his hat-trick. Deepak Chahar took the first hat-trick by a bowler for India and his first 5-wicket haul in T20 as against Bangladesh 2019.